Alright, so magandang hapon or tanghali pala. Sorry, di pa ako nagla-lunch, medyo nalipasan na yata. Hi Tita Bets. Dapat pala pato na po yung name tag nyo dyan, no? Nakalagay.
Oo nga,
Kasi
naliw na ako. Kasi nga, di ba
napansin nyo,
tinatanong ako, ano daw yung tatawag sa akin. Sabi ko, okay. A nice name, di ba, Tita Bets?
Opo. Parang si
Ayan.
ano yata unang nagtanong dyan eh. Si Dr.
Si
Daisy yata.
Doktora Daisy, oo, tama. Ayun.
Ayan, guys, if
Anyway.
you can see, nandito sa upper left ng screen natin ang bagong, yan, logo yan ni Tita Bets.
Cute siya, di ba? Gawa yan ni
Yes.
nung
Yeah,
isang staff ko dati, si Cara Padilla. Yes, so, bagang yun, yung mga bata ngayon, magagaling eh. But although tayo
Tsaka
naman,
ikaw
we
na
share
ikaw po
naman
ito.
our experience.
Ikaw po ito, talagang
Sige, di bale,
Tita Bets,
gagawa
Tita
tayo
Bets.
gawa nga tayo na mga health tips, no? Siguro, in the future. But I think
yes
today,
po, we're looking forward to that. Ang tagal ko nang hinihintay yan.
busy kasi eh. Oo.
Opo.
But anyway.
Uy, meron pong nag-aabang na ito, si Danilo. Mabuhay, watching from Calgary, Canada. Wow, thank you, sir. Danilo, Danilo. Good, ano ba ngayon? Good evening na siguro. Good early evening na. Talagang evening na pala.
Kalahati yata sila. Early morning.
Medyo
I
evening.
think,
Sa bagay, malaki din naman ang Canada.
Ang
Iba-iba rin ang
Toronto is kung 12:20 tayo ngayon, PM, sila 12:20 AM.
Wow.
Nasa gitna ang Calgary. I don't know, pag Vancouver time naman, it's 4 hours difference. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, hello sa inyo po dyan.
But hello, Mr. Danilo. Yeah.
Danilo, thank you.
We're happy that you're watching us. And hope may matutunan din ho kayo. Kasi what we want to do with our program is to be able to help people. Find out, buti na lang kasi health is a topic that knows no boundaries eh. So whether you're in Canada, you're in Australia, or even you are here in Manila, lahat pwede naman makinig. Ayun.
Yes, because we are all affected. Di ba especially ngayon, global pandemic is a health crisis. This is a health crisis.
Oo. Pero madami din namang magandang nagawa nitong pandemic.
Yes,
But as di ba we were discussing, I think it would be good for people to start with detoxification.
Yes po, of course. Right? You know what? Pag mga bata pa po, hindi masyado napapansin yan, di ba? Parang eat all you can, eat whatever you want. Pero as you grow in age, ako katulad ko dati, laban kahit ano eh. Pero slowly, when you reach 40 pataas, yun na nga, parang yung reality of life. Hindi life begins. The reality of life begins. It dawns on you. And shout out tayo sa mga bagets nating viewers. Ito, great afternoon po. Can't wait to learn new things today. Hello, Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
Based sa GP, sa display photo. Ayan, pero kaya nga tayo interesado dito sa itong pag-detox or all about toxins kasi nga normally, ito nga yung neglected ng marami sa atin, especially now. Yung kanina po, I was reading up a bit, parang refresher. Nakita ko, grabe, nakakatakot pala. Ang according to, to nervedoctor.info, ang ating mga input pala ng toxins, umaabot ng 700,000 plus every day ang ating exposure sa kanila. Good thing we have Tita Bets kasi po yung big products ang talagang pinaka-main, ang core nito, ang yung core value at saka basic ng pinaka business objective is tulungan tayo yung health from the inside, di po ba? Kasi nga,
Yeah.
naniniwala na, madalas ko mapakinggan sa inyo beauty comes from within. Yeah.
Yes,
At
oo.
Tita Bets, kita
Saka
niyo naman, glowing na glowing pa
kailangan
rin ang skin.
Nako, toxic nga ako today. Ang dami-daming deadline, ang daming
Ganun po ba?
ang
Pero
daming
hindi halata.
ang daming kailangan gawin. 'Di ba 'yan yung usually ang term ng tao eh, "Oh, I feel toxic
Yes.
today." Which
Toxic.
is actually
Loaded.
because
Yes.
madaming toxins nga yung you feel it you feel the effect. Kasi
Yes.
nga, toxins, they enter our body. First, toxin, detox, okay? So, detox means you get rid of the toxins, 'di ba? So, yung toxins naman, paano naman siya, para maintindihan mo yung, Raymond, na how the process works is, first of all, kailangan maintindihan natin bakit ba, paano pumapasok yung toxin sa body natin, 'di ba? So, physically, they enter our body in two ways. One is through our physiological processes. So, that will include like, ano ang kinakain natin, what are we eating, what kind of air are we breathing, 'di ba? Importante kasi 'yun yung sa lungs natin. Yung kung ano yung sabi nga nung isang there was one one alternative naturopath that has done a lot of researches, si Dr. Huda Clark. He says that disease is caused by pollution and parasites. So mainly, 'di ba? Yan yung main na Tapos also we also get Yes, oo. And we also get exposed to chemicals, like for example, yung mga in the environment, 'di ba? May mga pesticides, 'di ba? Yung mga gulay-gulay na kinakain natin, may pesticides 'yan. May radiation. Yan yung sa physical, oo. Processed food, may mga chemical din yan, may mga kasamang chemicals when they make the processed food.
Yung mga genetically engineered food, di ba? Dahil
GMO, the GMO products. Oo.
Medyo rin yan. Concern din yan. It's medyo concerning din yan. Opo.
Kasi nga, alam mo kung mapansin mo yung what the pandemic did for us was really for us to make us aware that we have to go back to basics. Parang dati naman wala namang ganun 'di ba? When we did not abuse our environment. So like for example, yun parang ganyan. With technology, sabi natin gusto natin madaming mabilis yung internet, etc. But then we also get exposed to radiation. And then ayun, yung virus naman, we get exposed to the antibiotics, the medicines, ganon. And then now, kailangan i-vaccine naman tayo.
Chemicals against chemicals.
Yes. Oo nga. Those are actually, di ba, not natural. Pero ako, I'd like to believe naman na for every problem, there is a solution.
Yes.
So, let us concentrate. Wala tayong magagawa. Nandyan yan Nandyan na siya. So,
these are beyond our control. These are things that are beyond our control.
Right. So, what can we do? Diba? What can we do? But first nga, kailangan maintindihan natin. So, we prevent. Kaya nga, sa Business Innovations Gateway, yung products natin are more for proactive healthcare. We prevent. We try to prevent. Getting sick by boosting our immune system. And yung the detox flash nourish nga tayo 'di ba? That is our battle cry. You detox with gusto vegetable powder juice and then you flush out the bad oils with the Big 5O, which is a plant-based omega 369. And then you nourish with the probiotics and prebiotics naman. That is
so
yes, we have two kinds.
Detox pero put in also some probiotics and prebiotics. Siyempre, antibodies naman to build your immunity. Di po ba?
Kasi it's we can say it's a complicated process, but still we can try to make it simpler by doing the right thing. Kumbaga, ganon. Kasi a lot of people, they will tell us na, ma'am, gusto kong gawin, pero papaano, 'di ba? And then,
Kaya
it has to take a lot of understanding and talagang persistence. Kasi nga,
yes,
kailangan knowledge pa rin, di ba? I always say knowledge is
yes po.
power.
Pero kasi
So,
yung iba nga, puro knowledge, read up, pero pag hindi na-apply, medyo there's something really wrong. Kailangan, so we're here, actually si Tita Bets will come out with a lot of yung mga simpleng steps, no? To make it simple. Kasi unang-una, syempre, a lot of us are not aware that the food that we're eating are somewhat you can say poison, di ba? I remember that song, Choose Your Poison. Pero it can also be your medicine, no? Kasi with the proper choices, di ba? Tapos with the proper mga probiotics and other supplements, pwede yung mapadali. Especially we live in alam niyo naman, high-tech na. Dapat yung approach din natin, medyo high-tech na rin. Before we move on po, meron tayo palang viewer from, ito si Mike Silongana Datu. Good noon and mabuhay HTV. You're watching here in the municipality of Paglat, Maguindanao.
Kumusta ho kaya dyan? Hope everything is safe.
Thank you for watching. Yes, yes.
Hope
Thank
all
you
of
for
you are
watching,
safe.
sir. Opo, stay safe tayo. Well, Mindanao, hindi na rin na-exempt ng COVID-19 dahil nga, in fact, sa may bandang Davao, di ba, nagkaroon ng spike. Pero ngayon naman, everything is na rin dyan. Going down na rin yung dyan, community
Pero
transmission.
yung talking of detoxification, naalala ko tuloy na one detox also that we should do is detoxification of the mind, and not only the body but also of the mind.
Yes, holistic na tayo dito. Yes, that's right.
Ang napansin ko kasi a lot of people parang they feel na, 'di ba, yung nagkaroon nga ng madaming mental problems eh. So I hope
it's a big issue po ngayon. Even suicide has really gone high. In all cultures po, tumaas.
So talking about that mind first, kasi that's very important eh. You know, actually,
everything starts there po, dito sa isip.
Yes, sa mind. Kasi you know, whatever the mind thinks, no, it affects the whole body eh. And interestingly, alam mo ba, Raymond, na yung madaming diseases, it starts from the mind eh. So, the mind, the emotions, ganon. That's why, ako nga palagi when somebody has cancer, ang unang question ko palagi is, do you have emotional baggage?
Yeah, mga stress na
po. Meron ka bang, kasi nga, that will add problem. It doesn't solve the problem, di ba? If you keep on thinking about it, but it adds to the problem and it might be a cause of the problem. Number one, isip ka ng isip, hindi ka na nakakatulog ng maayos, di ba? Yes. And for some reason, sometimes it becomes subconscious na parang palagi iniisip mo, hindi ako nakakatulog. So lalo kang hindi nakakatulog. Di ba? I hope people will understand that for every problem, there is always naman a solution. Kaya wag ho kayong mawawalan ng pag-asa. Faith in God, you know. Alam mo ba, big is also believe in God. So,
pala yung acronym, Believe, B-I-G. Yeah, believe in God. Because we have a big God.
Yes, if you believe, then there will be a self-fulfillment in what you believe in. So, if you believe otherwise that you're not going to vicious cycle ba? If you believe that you are not going to get well, then you become more sick. And the more sick you become, and then the more you think you are not going to get well, lalo ka na naman magkakasakit. So, yung mga tao na may sakit, baka sabihin naman nila, ma'am, kasi wala kayong sakit, kaya But,
everybody is prone to every day. Kaya tamaan tayo ng iba-ibang mga viruses. Hindi na naman COVID eh. Ang dami mong kilala ko iba, medyo meron pong ibang mga virus ngayon na medyo rare na tumatama sa atin. So, let's be careful. We are always strong every day.
We just pray and think that there will be a solution, diba? Coping tools ang tawag dyan.
Yes,
na parang,
correct.
Ayun. So anyway, so that is the mind. So today we're going to
Mhm.
focus on the body part naman, 'di ba?
Yes.
Detoxification of the body. So detox is how to get rid of the toxins in the body.
Mhm.
Tama. So
Meron po ako ditong meron po
hmm,
ako i-share lang muna just to let us
mm,
know kung ano yung ito talaga medyo alin ba dito yun? Dalawa na 'to nabuksan ko pa lang same page. Ito, this one. These are parang ano pa signs, di ba?
mm, mm.
Ito um,
Warning signs that
warning
indicate your
signs. Yan.
body is saan mo ba nakuha yan, Raymond?
Dito po
Ah,
sa
well,
nervedoctor.info.
doctor. Okay.
Ito po
Okay.
ay ito
But
yung mga kasi ito
actually,
very common talaga ito na sometimes we think hindi ito related sa mga toxins that are entering our body. No, katulad
mm,
nitong mga insomnia, muscle pain and
mm,
spasms, skin problems, diba? Weight gain, body
mm.
overheating, yan. Constant
Mm.
fatigue ito, malakas ito. Constant fatigue, diba?
Oo,
Mood swings, headaches
mm.
and migraines,
Right.
related din pala to sa ano, no? Sa mga toxins that are entering through our respiratory system and also through our digestive system.
Mm, mm. Madami naman kasi yan kasi our body naman has self-healing mechanism.
No.
So, first the signs pala, the warning signs. So,
Okay.
tama naman siya, may point din siya na we should learn to listen to our body. Kasi our body will always tell us, kung kunyari, like for example, masakit ulo ko or I have migraine. So what you
Mhm.
do is you have to rest, 'di ba? Or usually
Mhm.
ano 'yan problema ng babae din 'yan. More kasi it's more hormonal yung headaches and
Mhm.
migraines. And
Mhm.
but interestingly, what some people do not know is tubig lang ang katapat niyan. You
Oh,
just sometimes it's because you are dehydrated.
dehydrated, yeah.
Oo,
Mhm.
dehydrated ka kaya masakit yung ulo mo. And so if you take or for example, you're overworked, 'di ba? Ang dami mong like ngayon, madaming deadlines to meet. So, ang tendency is you overwork yourself, you did not get your rest, hindi ka nakatulog. So, sige
Mhm.
pa rin ng sige. So, we hindi din kaya nga importante yung umiinom ka Or for
Um,
people
Di po
para
ba
you don't tire your
detoxify din,
eyes
di ba?
too much.
Yung,
Oo.
opo, tama.
You don't
Kasi
tire
parang
your
may
eyes too
commercial
much.
nga na sabi ko, ganun pala yun. Nung ko lang na-realize, yung water pala is is probably the best na basic detoxification na very simple, di ba? You can
Mm.
detox already by drinking regularly your water. Di ba
Oo.
ba?
Kasi
Up to 8 glasses a day.
you clean
Yes.
your kidneys naman. We have
Okay.
many organs of elimination So partly
Mhm.
when you drink water, you clean the kidneys. So you urinate it and the toxins go with the urine. Um,
Mhm.
Pero yun na, for headaches. Pero that's one thing. Like for example, mainit sa labas, di ba? And you're walking on the streets. So
Mhm.
suddenly you feel na, masakit ang ulo mo. So maybe you are dehydrated. Ayun. So, and sometimes nga, yung, yung you feel na parang, yeah ba, mataas yung BP, your blood pressure.
Opo, opo, opo. Yung
Sometimes
ano,
that's also
mhm,
one cause na you are
mhm,
dehydrated. Mm.
opo.
Naalala ko
And
nga minsan yung isang kaibigan ko na sabi niya na high blood yung wife niya. This is in the province. Sabi niya na
mhm,
high blood yung wife niya. So sabi ko, ano ang recommend ng doktor? Sabi niya, ma'am, uminom ng pineapple juice.
puwede
What
po,
the
parang first
mm.
aid siya, parang gano'n ano?
Yes, oo. First aid, it's something very affordable, 'di ba?
Opo,
Pineapple juice, whether you squeeze it
opo.
naturally, your pineapple juice, or
Mhm,
emergency, you buy a can of pineapple juice, 'di ba? But then, it points
mhm,
out the basic principle of hydration. So, pag
mhm,
uminom ka, gano'n. So, even in the office, kadalasan when you work, sige, sulat ng sulat, gano'n, hindi ka nakakainom. So,
mhm,
sumasakit ang ulo. So,
hmm,
also our brain needs what people do not understand also is mostly naman is 'di ba tayo sabi natin okay let's not take carbs kasi nga pangit siya, might cause diabetes, whatever. But then when sometimes, but our brain also need glucose to function well. So kung kunyari, if you feel na na-overwork ka, you use too much brain power, so sumasakit yung ulo mo. Sometimes, a glass of juice can help.
Okay.
It's in the
Especially
timing.
fructose naman yan for diabetic people like us. Di po ba?
Diba, takot ka, di ba, na magano ka. But then, pero paano yan kung you have been working using your mind the whole day? You end up with a headache kasi nga, natatakot kang uminom ng juice. But sometimes you need it for energy. Kaya nga sabi ko, you listen You have to learn to listen to your body.
To your body.
When do you need this? When hindi. Tsaka wag niyo ang mali din ng tao is sometimes sumosobra. Do not do it every day. For example, sabi nila drinking the juice is healthy. But then for some people hindi siya pwede dahil nga diabetic siya. So ano ang pwedeng gawin doon? So with the juice, you have to add, since it's carbo, you have to add protein to offset the effect of the carbo. Oo. So yun, kaya sabi nila when you're diabetic, you should not eat fruit alone. Kailangan may kasama siyang protein.
Spike kasi yung mag-spike yung blood sugar. And
kaya maganda din yung mix ng nuts and fruit and nuts. Diba? Kaya nga nagkaroon ng ganong combination
Yes.
Ayun. So anyway, going back again
to pala ditong comments just like placebo, it's all in our mind daw. Well, everything starts in the mind.
But not always, Yun lang
it starts in the mind, pero may physical connection din in what we do. Kailangan, from the mind, we also act. Pero yun nga, basically, nanggagaling sa tamang mindset. Okay, so ang nangyayari kasi sa atin nga dito, in terms of toxins, minsan overloaded na tayo, So ano po magandang maging basic na, pinakasimple. Kasi syempre, hindi naman tayo katulad niya kung wala pa tayong access to sa mga kasi di ba katulad niya yung hypertension, alam ko related din yan sa sa mga toxins na kinakain natin na-stuck sa ating katawan. Di ba hypertension, cancer, especially colon cancer. Kasi kami yung family, yung sa mother side ko po ay medyo prone sa ganyan. Kasi yung grandmother ko tsaka yung mother ko both died from colon cancer. Kaya talagang aware kami. Kaya ako araw-araw ako may
Usually, alam mo yan, ang ko dyan, ang concept ko kasi dyan is, normally, people living in the same household, they eat the same food. Diba? Normally yun, normally, and especially if you eat at the same time, ganon. So, tendency noon is, pare-pareho ng sakit at the end of the day, right?
Especially, mga sila yung time ba ng blue baby boomers saka prior to that, yung American era na puro processed food dumating sa atin. Puro di ba dati puro na tayo Buti ang Pilipino natuto na ngayon ng hindi puro processed meat. Puro tayo processed meat, American food lang ating love na
kaya lang kasi masarap ang process di ba?
Masarap po. Madali pati kainin, madali i-prepare, di ba?
Oo. Yan nga yung nangyari kasi sa tao. It's because of everybody's too busy to prepare their food. Di ba dati naalala ko, pag mag-prepare ng kunyari soup, naku, 10 oras nila yan, pinakukuluan ng matagal, di ba? Matagal, slow cooking is very good, no? But then ngayon, syempre, kung busy naman, 'di ba? Busy. So, tsaka even mag-market lang 'di ba? We don't go to the market every day. Pero naalala ko nung bata kami, we were lucky kasi we live beside the market. We have every day 'yan, nagmamalengke yung yung mami ko. Kaya yung ref namin wala masyadong laman But those were the days, 'di ba? Kaya lang ngayon, well, let's live where we are in the now, we are in the present. So, let's live and learn. Yes, and adjust what we can do.
Pero maganda po, dahil nga, di ba, we need a lot of greens, no? To detox. Dito papasok yung pagiging convenient ng veggie juice. Kaya nga sabi ko,
Ang
parang nung in the middle of the lockdown, may naglabas din ng veggie, vegetable ice cream. Kaya sabi
mm,
ko, pwede talagang
you know,
konting, yes, pagandahin lang
not
talaga eh.
not
Bakit mo
all
ba
ve
importante yan? Yung mga vegetables para sa ating
mm. Not all,
detoxification.
ganito yan eh, not all veggies are created the same, much like in
Okay.
anything, no? But the best veggies that detoxifies the body is leafy greens talaga.
Mhm. Mhm.
The greens kasi they have their fiber para to help. And then the other the other veggies, they have a lot, which is also good din. I'm not saying the other veggies are bad. They're also good in the sense na yung iba naman, they contain a lot of liquid naman that helps naman in the hydration. Parang like for example, sayote. Alam mo ba na yung sayote is I think 80% water ang contents ng
Mhm.
ng sayote. So but depende sa problem ng tao. But the
Mhm.
pinaka first sign that you have to uh, take care of, or the first thing that you have to take care of is constipation. That's the number one
Yes.
symptom that you have. 'Di ba kanina yung nakita mong warning signs.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Oo, is constipation. And
Mhm.
interestingly, alam mo ba na I found out that even children 5 years old are already constipated.
Yes po.
So
Actually.
that is
Totoo
for
yan.
me, that's a
Scary
that's a
nga po eh.
concern. Oo,
Yes
that's
po.
a
Scary.
concern kasi nga 'di ba, we know that colon cancer is a buildup of all these toxins over the years.
Over
So
the
kumbaga
years.
inalagaan mo 'yan na maging cancerous siya. So
Mm.
now that we know na meron pala pwedeng gawin, so why don't we do it, 'di ba? So but
Mhm.
then
Okay.
just don't expect a miracle to happen naman kasi nga ilang years na inalagaan yung
Opo.
toxin sa katawan, and
Mhm.
then
Do they really stock up? Talagang do they really get stored in our
oo,
body? Yun ang masama
yes,
doon.
oo. Kasi
What
kung
if
mapansin mo yung
talagang, opo,
hmm,
halimbawa marami ka na nakain talaga everyday, puro toxins, puro chips or puro junk food, then di po ba, then soda, etc. Tapos stuck na
mm.
yan dyan, paano yun? Baka it's too late
Well,
na.
you can,
Parang, kaya
hindi
pa ba yun?
naman. Kaya pa rin naman, madami naman puwedeng gawin. Like for example, you can take probiotics. So just
Opo.
like our 15
So
biota and
probiotics
probiota,
are
'di ba?
also,
Probiotics,
detoxifying agents?
not
It,
exactly, pero they help with the elimination.
yung kasi yung
Kasi nga
digestive system.
oo,
Yung like yung
what
mga, di po ba, yung niniinom natin, yung mga sikat na brands. Di po ba?
yung
Yung
mga
okay ka ba chan? Parang ganyan, yung mga Yakult o ano.
Ah,
Talaga
yung mga
digestive
probiotics
system.
kasi what they
Opo.
do is they help with the digestion para lumabas sila doon sa colon. Our
Okay.
colon is composed of um, a lot of
Ay, may tanong pala
good food
dito.
and
Parang nasagot
bacteria.
natin bigla yun ah. Sabi ni
Ah,
Pauline, aside from veggies, ano po pwedeng pang-detox? Ayan. Actually,
ah,
kayo na mention ni Ma'am Betty yung water, number one, water.
water,
Tapos
oo,
yung mga leafy greens, then
leafy
yung mga
greens,
probiotics. Ayun.
oo.
So,
It's
let's take a
a
break po muna, ma'am.
twofold.
Parang,
Mm-mm.
yeah, para dun sa mga nanonood, sorry ha. Kasi para makita niyo kung ano yung what we're talking about. Ito kasi
Oo.
yung makikita natin dito sa ating commercial, itong ating mga produkto ng big, ito yun eh. Explain sa
Mm-mm.
inyo kung ano, unti-unti. Okay, so when we come back, tutuloy natin yung tungkol sa detoxification. Hindi pa natin naipakita yung chart dito that we have prepared. So don't go away guys, we got more for you.
Ikaw ba ay may problema dahil sa bad bacteria? Mayroong solusyon para sa'yo, huwag mag-alala. Subukan mo na para may good digestion ka. Ha, happy life sa 15 biota. 15 biota, para laging mas happy ako dyan.
Mahalagang paalala, ang 15 biota ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kung puso ang problema, break the bad habit. Move on na para sa healthy heart. It's a big 5-0. Tara na, let's all be fit. Mega healthy sa omega 963 para sa heart nutrient deficiency. Sa big 5-0, strong ang heart and body. Sa big 5-0. Nakamove on ka na't kumanda? Sa big 5-0, puso mo ay alagang-alaga.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Big 5 o ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri na sakit.
Anak, anong gusto mong juice? Ang gusto ko, veggie juice kasi... Gusto juice, gusto ng lahat. Ang veggie juice na papasigla ng katawan. Nasa gusto na ang lahat. May gulay na, may prutas pa. Ito na ang sustansya. Vitamin ay kumpleto. Ikaw, ma, gusto mo? Uminom na ng isang baso ng sustansya. Kumpletong sigla para sa ating pamilya. Gusto veggie juice, your yummy veggie drink.
Mahalagang paalala, ang gusto ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri na sakit.
Yun, nakalimutan ko pa kanina yun. Guys, remember ha, tatandaan niyo yung logo na yun ha, yung caricature. Yan si Tita Bets. Yan si Tita Bets. So, you will get to know or get to see more of her. Katulad kanina, pinakita natin yung mga commercial. So, iisa-isahin yan ni Tita Bets. So, we got another comment here from Twinkle. O puro bigat sa ating mga viewers. So, very interesting topic po, DJ Raymond. Good afternoon po, Twinkle. Wenceslao. Hello sa iyo, Twinkle. Host po yan sa isa naming segment dito eh.
Good afternoon, Twinkle. Oo.
Pero ano pa to eh, Gen Z rin to. Parang senior high ba? Senior high student yata.
Alam mo, I like talking actually with the younger people. It makes me younger.
Yes
makes
po.
me feel younger. And anyway,
importante po pati malaman nila for them, it's never too late. And especially at your young age, katulad si Pauline kayo, tinatanong ibang ways to detox. Kasi normally nga, medyo tamad uminom ng tubig, minsan mag-milk tea na lang, tamad kumain ng mga veggies. Pag gusto, kasi yung milk tea nakakabusog din agad yan. May mga, may mga...
Pero careful lang sila with the sugar. Careful lang sila with the sugar kasi there is sugar in milk. Yan. Okay, so, pero yun na nga, sabi ko nga sa iyo, Raymond, kasi we listen to our body kasi what may be good for me may not be good for you. But, di ba? Ganun yun eh. Otherwise, bakit nagkaroon ng ganung pagkain, di ba? Kung totally masama siya. Kaya lang, maybe the general rule is, wag lang palagi. Don't overdo it. So, parang kunyari, kung araw-araw, manok ang kinakain mo, Monday to Sunday, puro manok, parang it's time to change the diet. Kasi mahirap din yung ganon. Oo.
Yes,
especially yung skin ng, yung skin ng manok.
The chicken.
The
skin ba yung cholesterol niyan, Parang, I remember in Laguna, uso yung proven, ang tawag din yung proven, yung crispy chicken skin, yung parang chicharon.
Masarap nga yung skin.
Yeah, I used to devour that. Sarap yan.
Okay. Pero siguro, mataas ang high blood. May high blood ka na.
Hindi naman po.
Hindi, paminsan-minsan, that's okay. Paminsan, yan ang sinasabi ko na, okay lang naman not to eat. But of course, we don't want to deprive ourselves, di ba?
Okay, yes. Kasi baka mamaya yung balik mo, baka...
Pero, yes. Pero kung kunyari, nagka-heart attack ka kahapon, huwag ka naman siguro kumain today ng ng mga lechon and everything. May timing din yan eh. Timing. And the chicken skin, Kasi pag sa the Chinese way of thinking, it's considered a mahangin na pagkain. It's a windy food. So that if you eat too much of the chicken skin, there's a
Okay.
tendency for you to have yung mga rayuma, yung mga sakit-sakit ng katawan na lumilipat-lipat. Kasi nga, hangin nga, di ba? I think you call it parang hangin sa katawan. Alam mo, ang body natin kailangan is always a balance eh. The balance of the hot and the cold, the yin and the
Mm.
yang. We always go for balance. So kanina I think Pauline was asking about how to detox, 'di ba?
Yes po. Aside from vegetables.
First, I think people should understand also what are the organs involved in detoxification. Okay?
Okay.
Para maintindihan natin kasi of course may pinasok ka sa katawan mo, kailangan ilabas mo. You have to
Mhm.
eliminate it. So what are the organs of elimination? And we have a lot. Like for example, the colon.
Sige po. Can I
Ah,
share po ba yung photo nung dito, yung colon chart? May nakita ako
Sige.
dito.
Oo, that's Dr. Jensen's colon therapy chart. So the colon kasi that is very important kasi yung
Yan,
colon natin
yan.
the
Okay.
colon is so long, all the food that we eat is there. Ayun, but still hindi lang naman colon kasi meron ding large and small intestines. That's the small intestines is where the nutrients gets absorbed. And then we have the liver, the gallbladder, the kidney, and even the skin, di ba? Yung katawan natin, sa biggest organ nga daw the skin. And then the lungs. So, the lungs we know, kasi nga it's part of the process of breathing na we inhale toxins, di ba? But, sabi ko nga, we let them into our body. Now we must find ways how to eliminate them naman. So those are the organs that will help us with detoxification. Naturally, we eliminate toxins through the movement of our bowels, 'di ba? So hindi nga pwedeng ma-constipate. So the purification of our blood, importante din yan. So, what is involved there? The liver, the kidney, the bones, ganon. And then, sabi ko nga, through hydration, through urination, and then through urination, nagkakaroon tayo ng uh, the fluids naman, the bad fluids in our body, natatanggal din natin. And then, what else? Through yung paghinga naman natin, properly have our breathing. So, yung lungs natin, they filter the bad air, linalabas naman niya. And fortunately for women also, we have our menstrual cycles, which is also an elimination process. So, how do you detox? So, i-cleanse mo yan, yung the different organs na yan. That's why, di ba, you've heard of gall and liver bladder cleanse, the intestinal cleanse, colon cleanse, no? There's also parasite cleanse, heavy metal and chemical cleanse. Madami ding cleansing. But then, cleansing should not be very harsh. It has to be gentle para wala namang masamang effect. There's no hard and dangerous effects to certain organs because remember, we accumulated the toxins slowly. So it would be best that we also gently cleanse our body. Ayan. So one important cleansing nga that I always want people to start with, and it's easier to understand kasi. So if kunyari, for colon cleanse, like the therapy chart, so with the therapy chart, pwede niyong i-google, no? Kung mapansin ninyo, the therapy chart, it has it corresponds to different organs of the body. So, pwede mo bang enlarge ng konti, paano? But you can, it's all over Google. You can do colon therapy chart. You can find out kung ano yung mga Now, what is the explanation there? So, di ba, most people are familiar with yung pagsakamay, yung palm of our hands. it corresponds to certain organs of our body. So, kunyari, pag yung part na yun, pag pinindot mo siya, you press it, and you feel pain, then there's a possibility that that organ is compromised. Much the same way in the feet, ganyan din. So, pag merong pain doon sa part na yon, what we like to do is to massage it. So, when we massage it, it helps alleviate the pain, it helps correct certain errors in that organ. Ngayon, ito namang colon, nasa loob naman ng katawan natin, hindi naman natin mamassage yan. Di ba? So, but it corresponds to certain organs. Now, if you imagine a papel de hapon, so that is how our colon is. Maano lang siya, it's a very thin layer na wherein it creases in certain ano. So sabi nila, oh, everyday naman ako I move my bowels. So okay na ba ako? But then pwede pa ring umipit eh. Kung mapapansin niyo, 'di ba, may mga folds yung colon. So pwede pa ring umipit doon sa folds yung ano, yung dumi. So there's a tendency for that organ not to be okay. Ayan. So now, what is the best thing to do with the colon? The colon naman is, pinaka-importante dyan is food. Like, for example, if you eat meat, it takes 2 to 3 days nga for it to digest. Diba?
Okay. Lalo daw yung mga balat, yung mga skin and litid. Ay, hindi, litid pala. Yung mga muscles. Di ba mahilig tayo kumain ng mga
mahirap.
Mga bulalo,
So,
malitid.
although bulalo is very good. There's actually alternative doctor who we call him nga Dr. Bulalo kasi he always prescribes bulalo. Bulalo kasi ano siya it's, kung tutuusin mo, it's good oil kasi it's something that is very natural. By the way, our body also
Pero wag lang siguro everyday, everyday bulalo.
Oo. Sabi ko nga, di ba, everything in moderation.
Okay.
Oo. So,
Ay,
yung
meron
sa
akong question dito. Related sa colon, baka makalimutan natin. What is the best way to maintain and cleanse the colon? May mga specific na food po ba?
The best way is really through leafy vegetables. Yun yung pinaka-best so far. Kasi bakit? Number one, vegetables have 20% insoluble fiber and 80% soluble fiber. So, anong ginagawa nung 20% na insoluble fiber? So, insoluble means yung, kung mapapansin mo, kung minsan nga, pag kumain tayo, may lumalabas na gulay na buo pa rin.
So, nakaka-choke yan, pag di ka marunong kumain, yung mahabang, yung pecha, yung nakaka-choke yan, be careful.
But that is actually the insoluble fiber part of the veggie. Okay. So it helps with pushing the the dead matters, the bad
sweeping, parang sinisweep yung ating colon.
Parang winawalis siya. Although for people with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, yan yung mga taong pagkakain diretso CR, CR, hindi nagda-digest yung food properly.
Disorder yan, di ba? It's a disorder.
Oo, it's a disorder. And for people who have who are sensitive like that, doctors actually do not recommend that you eat a lot of leafy greens. Maybe because there's a danger that you might puncture your colon or madaling, kasi nga dahil nga 'di ba, the colon it's a very thin membrane. So there's always a possibility na yung mga bacteria, whatever, will lalabas siya doon. Outside, it will go outside of the membrane and affect the other organs of your body. Ayun, so
sensitive pala yung colon natin. So kailangan. Yung po bang mga green leafy, tapos water, yung po mga
green
oats.
leafy is filled.
Totoo ba yung oats talaga? Especially rolled, whole oats. Yes. Ako kasi rolled na whole.
Whole oats is good because it has a lot of fiber. Diba? Okay. So, okay naman siya. Although, some people who are, ngayon kasi nagkaroon na ng how do you call this? Some people, kaya nga sabi ko, for some people, hindi pwede ang oats if they are gluten sensitive. Kasi oats have gluten eh. So it's actually the way they kasi kahit na ano sabihin mo, like when you eat the oatmeal is still processed. But kaya lang, wala ka naman magagawa kasi some things have to be processed as long as you know that, as long as it comes from natural sources. Diba?
Yes,
Kasi
and the
kung coming
process
naman
can,
from natural sources, maganda naman yung process ng paggawa ng product, okay lang. Ang importante kasi is there are no chemical preservatives.
yun, right.
Wala siyang chemical preservatives, wala siyang artificial color, wala siyang artificial flavor. It's simply oats.
Oh, simple lang. Basic organic. Yeah.
Oo.
Meron pong question
Tapos
pa
yung-
dito. Ito yung grandma niya ni Joy. Good afternoon po. My lola is having a hard time to digest her food, which is also common sa mga senior. Di ba? Mas mahina yung digestive system. Should we abstain meat na po sa diet niya? Okay.
For old people, kasi ang problema ng medyo may edad na is they cannot chew the food well.
Okay.
So, for
Especially kung
example,
kulang na yung kulang na yung
kulang na yung
grinding,
teeth, kulang.
the grinding tools.
Oo nga, mas lalo na kung gums na lang ang ginagamit, 'di ba?
Okay.
So that's why nga we have the gusto juice, which is
Yeah, kasi
in
hindi mo na
liquid form.
ita-digest o liquid form.
Oo. Pero yung back to the meat first, the meat, if syempre sasabihin naman ni Lola, I like to eat meat today eh. So ang magandang gawin is to
Protein
make
din yan.
it, to either igiling siya para maliliit na siya, or if it's big slices of meat, you cut it with a scissor. There are food scissors naman eh, that you can do para hindi siya mahirapan mag-chew.
Okay, malambot talaga yung bibobol. Matagal pa lalambutin mo talaga yung meat. Kaya lang baka wala na yung protein. Nandun pa kayo yung protein. Overcooked.
Nandun pa rin naman. Pero hindi, kasi like for example, soup. Do you know that, there's a bone broth soup nga eh, kung isipin mo, 'di ba? Ang tigas-tigas na nung bone eh. But why do they have the bone broth? Kasi pag tumagal mong pinakuluan, and they also drink naman that soup, edi nandun din naman yung nutrients eh, nandun naman sa sabaw eh. Except na hindi lang kailangan masyadong nguyain na. Kasi malambot na siya. So yun, that's the other way is to drink the soup. And if for a long time so that yung mga nutrients niya na ilabas mo na at nandun na siya sa soup, then you can discard the meat. Alam mo, in Hong Kong nga in Hong Kong nga, they will serve you the nutritious soup. Sasabihin niya sa'yo, huwag mo na nga kainin yung laman eh. Soup na lang nga inumin nyo eh.
Nandun na lahat.
Nandun na lahat. The herbs and everything, ganon. Well, that's food for you. But then, yun na, the other, naman, is to make your smoothies. Pwede din. Pag blender nung smoothies, ganon, diba? Para liquid form na yung gulay. Kasi nga, mahirap i-chew ang gulay sa totoo lang. So, if you want the nutrients, so that's why, kaya nga, I thought of making, when I knew that there was a technology, spray dried, which is, you make
spray dried. One of these days, we will be showing to you how gusto is being processed.
Kasi when you spray dry, what happens is, di ba, from natural, fresh vegetables, because siguro akala ng tao, kapag nalanta na yung gulay, pwede mo nang gawin juice. Hindi ho. You have to use fresh gulay pa rin. Fresh. Kasi you have to extract the liquid from the gulay. Di ba, pag nakita niyo yung gulay, di ba, leafy siya eh. It's more solid than liquid. But we extract.
Okay. So, how can you retain? How is retain? The fibers. The fibrous elements ng gulay.
Gulay kasi nga, gulay has 20% insoluble fiber and 80% soluble fiber. Meron pa rin siyang fiber soluble. So,
matitira pa din.
Meron pa rin. So, when you drink gusto, nagiging parang, imagine mo, nagiging parang gulaman siya sa tiyan
Okay.
mo. And then it still
Ah, okay.
the whatever is
The
inside your
toxins,
colon
yeah, that need
out of your body.
to be flushed out. Yes. Yes.
Oo, gano'n siya.
Ganun
So,
po yun. This
so
is
with
also good para sa mga bata or kayo, mga young people who hate gulay, di ba? Pwede
oo nga,
kayong
may mga
mag-gusto.
tao nga kasi, 'di
Tsaka on
ba?
the go, di ba? Yung mga on the go, nagmamadali,
Oo.
di ba?
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
while studying, di ba? Kasi ngayon,
Mm.
lalo, finals yata ngayon. I heard marami nagpa-finals ngayon. So, wala
Mhm.
kayong time masyado. Yun, shaker lang. Kailangan nyo dyan. Shaker lang and
Oo.
veggie juice. It's good enough.
Oo, 'di ba? It's good. So,
If I may
why
ask pala, di pa ba yung parang in-spray dry? Di ba para ba di ba yung coffee, when you, in preparing instant coffee, you have to liquefy it. Yun yung process. Same process din po ba yun? Yung parang
mm.
niliquefy mo, then you dry it. Ganun po ba yun?
Oo. It's also spray dried yung yung
Ganun pala
coffee.
yun. Yung
Oo.
coffee. Oo.
Although kasi ang ano lang sa coffee, some but not all. Kasi for me, I also prefer the brewed black
Yes,
and white
yeah, me
coffee.
too. Me
It,
too.
it's actually a natural antioxidant.
Natural, yes.
Oo. Pero kasi pag instant yung coffee mo, sometimes they add the preservatives, sometimes they add chemicals,
Mm,
ganon. So that
yes.
is what makes it not so good. But sabi nga natin everything in moderation. Some people, they
Yes.
like it, 'di ba?
Mm.
So, and then iba-iba din yung klase ng coffee. Some
Kasi po,
coffee
ako
are,
personally,
hmm,
sa umaga, brewed. Pero mga tanghali, may
hmm,
instant na ako, pero black lang talaga. Black instant.
mm, mm,
Ako para kasi minsan tinatamad na ako mag-brew. Parang mamadali. O sige, black na lang. Yung parang second ano ko. Tapos at a certain time of the day, meron din akong hot chocolate. Pero yun yung merong yun yung may oats. Yun yung puno ng mga
ah,
whole, pang
mhm,
flush out naman ng Anti-constipation, guys. Sorry. Lunchtime. Hindi na pala
mm.
tapos. But it's important to detoxify. Hindi po
Mm.
ba? Yung fibers.
Yeah.
Pero kung ano po,
It's interesting. Somebody told me they drink gusto in the morning. Tapos dinalagyan nga niya ng hot water. Hindi na nga siya
I tried.
nagko-coffee.
I tried
Oo.
po. Niligyan ko
Mm.
nga ng coffee, kaya lang nangibabaw yung Pero,
Mas mas gusto mo
yung,
kasi yung coffee. Kasi some people,
syempre,
sometimes it's out of
ginagaw
habit,
niya
di
yung
ba?
flavor ng coffee. Sabi ko, teka, ayoko nito. Mas gusto ko yung
Ah,
coffee.
mas gusto
Pero,
mo talaga ang coffee, oo.
pero yung wife ko po, she drinks, gusto. Mas gusto niya. Kasi
Mas
ayaw
gusto
naman
niya.
niya ng
Oo.
coffee. Ayaw naman niya
Oo.
ng coffee, kaya juice
Mm-mm.
talaga.
Yes. So, kaya nga different folks, different strokes.
Yes.
So, kung ano yung, but interestingly, alam mo, I found out that, like for example, for children, ano yan whatever we drink, even in our coffee, it's acquired taste
Yes,
Pansinin
acquired
mo, di
talaga.
ba, tayo, mga Pilipino, we don't like yung dark na mapait yung coffee natin, di ba?
I like it dark.
You
Okay
like
yung
it dark?
normal.
Pero a lot
Pero
of
most
people,
Filipinos like it sweet. Sweet and creamy. Yan, most
oo. Saka
Filipinos.
yes, unlike if you compare it to like yung mga Americans na as in, naku, kailangan super tapang yung coffee
Opo,
nila. Mapait na papait, di ba? Pag hindi,
opo,
sabihin nila, kape ba
long
to?
black. Gusto nila long
Oo.
black or yun talagang
Yes,
dark
oo.
talaga.
Mm-mm. So it's all about acquired taste actually.
Yes.
So right now we have a campaign for especially for children kasi yung mga bata na nag-umpisa sila, they like their soft drinks, they like their Nestea, their tea or something.
Yeah, soda, mga ganyan.
Oo. So ang pwedeng gawin ng mga magulang is to add the gusto vegetable powder slowly. So kunyari, itong month na to, dagdagan lang niya mga 1/4 or kahit na 1/8. And
Yeah.
then for next month, maging 1/2 na yung vegetable juice. And then maging 3/4 na hanggang sa makasanayan na nung bata na uminom ng gulay. Kasi aside from the old people who cannot chew their veggies well, children also cannot chew their veggies well. Ang mga
Yeah.
bata naman nagmamadali. Ayaw naman maguya, 'di ba? Linululon na lang yung pagkain nila.
Tsaka,
Ayun.
mas gusto nila yung walang masyado na stock dito. Gusto malambot.
Oo, gusto nila
And there's a
malambot.
certain parang siguro psychological effect. na parang pag amoy pa lang ng vegetable, ayaw na nila.
Actually,
Especially with
kulay pa lang nga eh. Kung minsan na, siguro nga dahil, I don't know, maybe siguro pag sa
because of
bahay,
commercialism.
palaging, oo. Madami. Kasi, well, it all depends on the goal that we want to achieve. If
Yes,
let's say we like our kids to grow up na healthy, then we would have them drink their veggies.
Oh.
Parang
Pero
dati
guys,
nga
yes po. May lalabas naman tayo kayo na ano, di ba ba? May ibang flavor. Ito yung mas kid-friendly.
oo.
Dragon fruit.
Para pag lumabas na.
Mas sweet. Yan, opo.
Yun naman, kasi before, there was a problem of the color. When one time we went to one of the schools, no? Nag-taste test kami. Nakakatawa yung mga bata eh. Pag sinabi mong gulay, yung iba ayaw na, narinig lang yung word na gulay, ayaw na. Tapos nung nakita na
May
green
trauma. Kasi pinipilit ng mga parents yan eh. Kaya, di ba ba? Pinipilit ng parents, di ba?
Tapos nung
Kaya
nakita
paano pang
na
ginawa niyo? Yes.
green na, naloko na. Di lalong
Naloko
ayaw
na.
na, di ba? Oo. So that's why yung next variant natin, and hopefully people will like it. Pero matagal pa
Iba
siguro
color
kasi
na.
we wait for the FDA approval pa. Ano naman, pag lumabas siya, red na siya.
Yun.
Because of the dragon fruit, not because
Yun, dragon fruit.
not
Sarap
because
yun,
we added any color or
that.
any
Ang sarap.
preservatives.
Yes po.
Oo.
Sarap ang dragon fruit. I love it.
Oo.
Marami na ngayon sa Pilipinas. May friend ako, meron siyang plantation yan eh. And it's also
Madami
healthy.
na nagpa-plant, oo.
Yes po. Yes.
Ang dragon fruit kasi, especially for diabetics, it's good. So wala
Low
siyang
glycemic
sugar.
index.
Oo,
Low
it's a fruit
glycemic.
that is good for diabetics.
Good news for me kasi yung mango, bad yun for diabetics eh.
Actually,
Yung
ang
sweet, di ba yung sweet, yung
mango,
white mango, sabi ng
pero
doktor, iwasan daw eh.
I don't know, it's more of perception eh. Pero actually, mango is very good for the liver. It helps in the
May lahat
digestion
mo ng sweet,
process.
yellow sweet. Di po ba? Yellow and sweet.
Well, unless there is
yeah.
a study specific to mango. But I think mango is okay naman. Except pag yung madalas lang yung madami kang mango na nakakain, sometimes it affects your skin na nagiging yellowish siya. But it's a fruit that is good for the liver. And the liver is a very important organ because that is where
Yes.
our blood is filtered. Oo, it's cleansed there. So,
pinaprocess yan dyan.
yes,
Okay,
that's
para
another
panglabas-
elimination, That's another elimination.
Kaya pala kinalagaan ng liver kasi yung magki-clean ng blood pag ilalabas niya ulit, parang fresh siya ulit. So to take care of our liver and kidney as well. And kidney.
Diba yung katawan, yung blood natin goes through the whole body eh.
Opo.
It's circulation siya eh. So it affects the whole body. Kaya very important siya.
Okay.
So,
All the more reason we have to really detoxify regularly. Take away those
pero
toxins.
gentle cleanse ang I espouse sa
Siguro
gentle
po,
cleansing.
next time, magagawa tayo ng segment, for yung process nga ng step by step, simple lang na detoxification process. For especially for young people, especially for those who hate vegetables.
Yun sabi ko nga, 'di ba? Inumin na lang ang gulay eh.
Ayan.
Kaya maggusto. Pwede ding pwede ding gawing salad dressing ang gusto.
Oo nga po. Tsaka yung shake, gawin ng milk tea shake, ganyan. Di po ba?
Pwede din. Acquired taste nga eh. Lagyan ng gusto. Lagyan ng milk tea. O di,
Gagawa tayo minsan ng contest niyan. Kasi dati we were planning to do that yung parang gusto to go. Ngayon kasi marami na tayong followers na young people, so we can might as well, gawin na natin yan. Mukhang pwede.
Kasi nga, yan yung we wanted to help people become healthy. Proactive.
Yes.
We want to be proactive.
Sabi nga ni Lubert dito, sabi niya ma'am, di ba, dito nagsisimula. So, pag na-condition natin yung isip natin, it's easier to implement. And right here, sa Health Revolution, because of what products Big is offering, so we can do that, slowly. We can.
Kaya nga, I hope that people will
Bitawag na si
we're,
ma'am.
we're not just
Tita Bets.
we're not just in the show to promote our products. We're here
Yes,
to help you
it's a
become healthier. Oo.
lifestyle change ito guys, lifestyle change. Kaya kami nagkaroon ng project ni Ma'am Betty, ni Tita Bets. Kasi nga when we met, pareho kami na ako kasi diabetic. Tapos gusto ko ng lifestyle change. Ito nga araw-araw ko ng detox because of my previous mga bad eating habits and drinking habits. So I have to really work on it.
Pero yun na nga,
Kaya
di ba,
we
Raymond?
came out with this Health Revolution program para na-motivate natin ang bawat Pilipino, especially sa Pilipinas. Parang lang ito pag pumunta tayo sa doktor, pagka yung emergency na, pagka kailangan hindi na matiis, di
Oo
ba?
nga.
So we have
Parang
to change
gusto
that.
nila pag malaki na yung problema, mabigat na yung problema, at saka na lang hinahanapan ng solusyon. Sabi ko nga, dapat, di ba, we learn to listen. Listening to our body, that's the number one step to health.
Yes.
Kasi, even na heart attack, I'm pretty sure, hindi naman yung biglang inatake na lang sa
Yes.
puso.
May mga
Slowly,
signs.
merong mga signs yan May mga signs.
Correct.
If
Exactly.
anything that is chronic has to be dealt with.
Yes
Diba?
po. Yan.
Yan.
Ay, by the way, next week, tama-tama, yung quarantine exercises tayo, quarantine fitness. Yung kapatid ni Dr. Daisy Lim.
Okay.
Yung play natin ngayon, this is from TikTok yung sinend yung video. This is about mga quarantine exercises. Actually, it's very good kasi right here in our home, we do it every day. Yung simple lang, on YouTube, maraming mga resources. Pero if you don't kasi do it, eventually mafe-feel mo like that. Right now, we're almost 1 year in home quarantine. So, maganda yung topic next week. Ito, pe-play pati namin video. You can learn a lot. We can learn a lot from this. Ang galing niya, pinanood ko ng buo, yung edited version na. So, siguro, let's play it. It's already 1:20.
Yeah.
Play natin it.
Okay. Nako, overtime na naman tayo.
Okay lang po at dyan naman sila nanonood at because this is a very interesting topic at importante, hindi lang interesting. This is, sabi ko nga sa inyo ma'am, diba, this is one of the most neglected na health issues na, pero kaya naman maging proactive dito. Yung prevention is always better than cure.
Yes.
Ano mo natin to, you can apply this, ang galing. Tapos parang teaser na rin to for what we are going to discuss and what our guest will teach us next Wednesday. So, keep it locked. Ito na. Yun, no?
Ang kulit
Very-
niya, no?
Very practical, no?
Yes, oo. Very simple.
Especially yung nasa wall. Yung nasa wall, ang ganda nun, no? Ang ganda ng mga, very, very simple, very doable.
Ayan.
Pero,
So,
Ayan, we're going back to our, siyempre, as we wrap up, meron tayong siyempre takeaway, no? Especially from our licensed naturopathic practitioner, walang iba kundi si Tita Bets. Ayan.
Oo.
So I have,
Ayan.
sige po, ma'am. At
Ang
kinapi-paste
first,
po
I
yung,
think
yes,
today, para
sige.
may maganda tayong takeaway for
Yes.
everybody. Kasi, di ba, we want to start a series of health tips for everyone. So, health tip, number 1, have a food and poop journal. So, yan yung pinakauna. It's a scientific way of understanding how your body works, what food causes your body to become, unwell. So, kailangan talaga have a food and poop journal. That is part of being able to listen to your body for chronic symptoms, di ba? So that you can do gentle detox every day to start your healthy lifestyle.
Yes, yes.
I forgot pala, we did not show, let us show the Bristol
Sige po. Sige.
chart so that when you make your food and poop journal, you can just follow the Bristol. You can Google, no? Bristol
Bristol
poop
stool chart.
stool chart, oo. So, sorry na lang sa mga kumakain pa. Paano na yan? I-ano na lang nila, i-Google na lang nila the Bristol
Ito po.
stool chart. So that, ayan, yan lang yung papansin ninyo. As part of your detoxification, your understanding, how to understand your detoxification process, you should know what you are eliminating from your body. So, ano yung lumalabas? So, kailangan alam nyo yung ano ang pumapasok at ano ang lumalabas. Ayun.
Monitoring parang warehouse, Parang kang warehouse checker.
Oo. Yun. So that we can have a scientific basis for whatever.
Yes.
Kasi sometimes you find the pattern when you do it this way.
Sa bagay, you won't know until you write them down, di ba? Hindi mo alam,
Yes,
meron
oo.
ka certain particular habit.
You find out na, every time pala that when I eat this certain food, I feel this way. Ayan.
Yes.
And then what is the purpose of the food and poop journal is you have to write down how you feel, or you have to write down whatever you experience, so that we will try to find, or you will try to find a pattern for whatever ailments is causing you. Yan.
Listen to your body,
So,
yan. The chronic symptoms.
Yes.
And do detox, gentle detox every day. Kanina pa yung sinasabi ni Ma'am Betty.
Gentle detox. Kailangan gentle
kasi,
talaga.
Kasi it's parang mas doable siya. Kasi if you don't make it doable, it's hard to sustain. Kailangan sustainable.
Oo. Ayan.
Okay. Meron po kayong sinandito kanina. Ito po ba? Itong ating toxins enter? Yeah po.
Yes.
Po.
Yun yung maalala natin so that we will remember how toxins naman enter the body. It enters the body in 2 ways. Number 1, through normal physiological processes like eating and breathing. And 2, from chemical exposure in the environment like pesticides and radiation. Ayan. So medyo we try to, actually, very complex siya once we go and delve into it. Madami kasi siya. Kumbaga sanga-sanga yan na mga causes and cause and effects, di ba? Ng mga kinakain, ng mga But through all the learnings, we try to find out ano yung bagay sa atin. Kaya nga, the most important one is to listen. But yung doable naman, the number 1 is to have a food and poop journal. Oo.
Okay.
Kasi that way,
even on your phone, on our phones, di ba?
Yes,
I-journalize natin sa phone lang kasi ito nga lang yung hawak natin Digital.
Kasi that way, you will be able to monitor your bowel movement.
Yeah.
Ayun. So, yan yung importante. And don't forget, you can always drink gusto, di ba, with the veggie juice.
Of course.
Gusto veggie juice. That's number 1 for constipation. It helps move the bowel, helps move your bowel. And it also helps in urination sa mga males. Dahil madami kasi siyang gulay. 10 magagandang gulay, which actually you normally will eat. But what we did was to made it a powder. So no chemical preservatives, no artificial color was added to the drink. So,
Yes.
kumbaga, it's the next best thing to natural. Of course, if you want it natural, you make your own smoothies, ganyan. So,
Mhm.
but what we're trying to offer is a convenience para you can do
Convenient
it
way.
every day. Yes,
Yeah.
oo. And also like kunyari if you're abroad, syempre mahirap naman bit-bit mo pa yung paano ka naman gagawa ng gulay na
So pwede na
smoothie.
rin po pala mag-ano, no, yung they can order online and can it be shipped to places like
Yes, they
uh,
can order through Shopee, Lazada, and
okay.
also through our Facebook Messenger.
My
Ayan.
Big Ink lang mga guys. At My
Mm.
Big Ink. Hanapin nyo lang
Oo.
yan.
Tapos also in selected Mercury drugstores.
Hmm.
Ayan. Okay?
Alright. Oh,
So,
yeah. So guys, abangan ninyo ang marami pang mga ituturo, no? Ito yung parang first time pa lang talaga
ano,
na
di,
nag-focus kasi kailangan makilala niyo na
ah,
yung si Tita Bets talaga ay licensed naturopathic practitioner and kita naman natin na she's walking the talk. Kita naman natin sa kanya. So ayan.
ano kasi Raymond,
Share
kasi
na
I
niya
want,
best practices
yeah,
ni Ma'am
if
Bet,
people
ni
have
Tita Bets.
questions, they're free to send us a message in the Facebook or during the
Maybe.
show para we can answer them. And I hope that I was able to answer pala the questions today.
Okay naman po. Maganda, maganda. So, ayun. We'll
Sige.
be back next Wednesday with Donna Lim, isang ano siya, wellness guru, practitioner, and she will teach us how to, maintain our fitness even while on lockdown. Kasi alam niyo na, delay yung ating vaccines, pero meron na
Mm-mm.
ngayong meron ng batas for indemnification, etc. Grabe ang bureaucracy sa Pilipinas eh.
They
So
actually sa
anyway,
ibang countries, I think it's also like that. Pero,
pero
ano na
magbagal
nga,
tayo because of our
oo.
bureaucratic system.
Mm-mm.
Pero kung
Parang
mabilis,
ganyan.
opo. Yeah,
For
yeah, yeah.
people who like to get vaccinated, they can do so, 'di ba? Kasi nga kung natatakot sila, especially if you have comorbidities.
Ako po,
Ngayon
magpapaksin ako. I will. Pagka available na.
ah
I will.
ayaw kong magpa-vaccine.
Kanya-kanyang choice tayo.
Oo, kanya-kanyang choice, 'di ba?
Yeah, this is
Pero
a free country.
I would suggest naman for those people who will take the vaccine, it would also be good to take probiotics after the
Yes.
vaccine. Para at least, 'di ba, kasi yung iba parang natatakot sila na kung
Ay, sa mga
ano-ano
side
daw yung
effects.
ano-ano mga side effects. So, if we really should get vaccinated, then we have naman the supplements to help us boost our immune system. Ayan.
Yep.
So, lahat ng
Sige.
problema may solusyon. Knowledge is
Yes.
power, everybody. So, we hope to see you all again next Wednesday for
Yes,
another.
eat well,
Yes.
to cook well, to live well.
Yeah. Okay. So, bye-bye. Bye, Raymond. Thank you.
Thank you, Tito Bets. Thank you, everyone, sa lahat ng comment, nagtanong. Okay, see you again next week. Stay safe.